had my fair share of videos talking about this topic, but I think I gotta update it again because I just can't take it anymore. So I'll tell you why. So right now, this week, Wrath in the money fronts is triple cash. But the main way the business works is by doing the money laundering. And somehow the money laundering missions, you do like 12 of them, and you go up from 500,000 to 800,000 if you do 12 of them. 12 missions for 800K is ass. It's worse than doing the Dre heist, and it takes about the same amount of time. It's worse than Kaio, and I haven't even bothered with Kaio. Kaio sucks. I hate all the heists in the game. They all suck ass. So, I'm going to tell you, when you fully develop the businesses in the game and have all of them, I think we're going to start off with F tier. The hands-on car wash is F tier. It is absolutely ass. It's terrible. The fact that I have to do three missions and get the heat down at every business in order to run this thing is too much. It's way too much maintenance to get the heat down, and it doesn't last very long. It doesn't last long enough, and I hate it. I hate the missions. They are so terrible. I hate maintaining this business and keeping the heat down. It sucks. It's the worst thing in the game. The earn rate for the 100K, it only has 100K. If you had the safe at 450K, I would maintain this business if the safe was paying me 450. The safe is paying me the same as the arcade, which I don't ever have to maintain ever. I never had to go there. I've never had to go back to my arcade ever. I haven't stepped foot in my arcade since I got all the machines. I've never once visited my arcade. My arcade just sits there and gives me money forever. So the arcade is better. I shouldn't have to go back to the hands-on car wash. It should run itself. The businesses should just run themselves without me ever having to go there. And if you're not going to let me do that, then all I want is a sell mission at most. So I go buy the product and then I go sell. I never have to go and sit there and babysit the thing and do missions. I never have to do that because I don't want to do it. I don't give a fuck. So F tier for this one. Bail office, from what I've been hearing people say how it works, is terrible. I may end up still getting it just to see like if it can be run without me having to go there or not. But, it's low priority for me because I don't know for sure if I can really get it to be run independently without me doing anything for it or not. So if you can't do that, then I probably won't bother. I still probably will put this in F tier. But I didn't buy it, and I heard that people say that, it doesn't earn enough passive to be worth having it here. Garment Factory, really good. I'm going to put this at A tier. There's only 4 missions. Once you're done with all 4 of them, you never have to come back here because it'll just accumulate money for you. And I don't know if it accumulates more if you do more contracts. I'm not sure. I don't know. But it gives me 100K, and I never have to go there again. And I haven't been to it I haven't been to it in forever. So I'll put it at C tier because it generates so slowly. But having the 100K over not having it is nice. But I'm going to put it at C tier. Just because it does have the potential to pay out way more if you do the missions. And they're not that bad. The missions aren't terribly uninteresting and complete waste of fucking time. Salvage Yard is fantastic. It's an S tier business. All of it, everything that it does what it's supposed to do well. I only have to tow 2 cars and I'm done for the day. And it'll get me really far off those 2 cars. I can get really good money just having towed 2 cars and then fucking around. Agency, S tier for sure. I have it so that it's generating a shit ton of passive, and it goes all the way up to 250K. So, fantastic. Arcade, fantastic. Never have to go back. Any business that gives me money that I never have to worry about ever babysitting it, ever doing any work at all, that's what I'm all about. It is a huge cost to get this to where it needs to be. So the huge cost is, I think, $10 million. So huge cost. So that holds it back from even being in the A tier, because you have to pay the $10 million to get all the machines, and then you never have to go there again. The other downside is it also generates slow, and it only goes to 100K. So poopy this one. If it made more, if the safe was bigger for the cost, like, I think it should go up to 250. I really don't think that it should be at 100 for the amount that you have to pay to get this to do what it's doing. But on the plus side, you never have to go there again. And ignore the Diamond Casino. The reason why it's so high is because of the Diamond Casino. Like, that's why they think you're getting a good return off that. The Diamond Casino sucks. Fuck that heist. You could literally do that heist and lose all the money and have nothing. The fact that there's any potential for you to get no money ever is trash. So this one's gonna be a B. Arcade's gonna be a B tier business. Nightclub, S tier, easily peasily. This complements the MC businesses, and as long as you have a friend, even if you don't have a friend and you go and you try to sell in a private, even if you don't get all the vehicles delivered, you're still gonna make enough to justify having the coke, weed, meth, and cash business. All 4 of those are just really good to have. And then because you have that, and then go buy the document forgery when you're really wealthy. Do not ever fill it up. Do not run it. It's going to accumulate off of your first setup, so you can go and try to sell that if you want. But if you lose it, if somebody griefs you, like, who gives a fuck? Like, that business sucks. You might as well actually just let it accumulate to full and then go sell in the public and hope to God somebody blows it up. They'll be doing you a favor, if anything, because that thing is dog shit. Fuck that business. But it lets you accumulate more for the nightclub, so that's why I say if you're wealthy, do that. But don't give a shit about the forgery. The forgery is, everybody knows the forgery is F tier. It's not even on the list. You don't buy the forgery unless you want the nightclub to be able to accumulate that as a product. And even still, you're not going to be struggling if you don't own it at all. Because even if you don't have the nightclub ever being able to do that, you still have all the other products. Like, if you have the bunker, you have all the other products. Onto the bunker. So how you buy the bunker. The bunker's over here. My bunker is up somewhere. Somewhere over here. I don't know. I don't have a shit clue idea. Somewhere around here is where the bunker's supposed to be. It's not showing me on my map. It's supposed to be right over in this region. That's how you do it. You go through here. Bunker. I'm gonna say it's C tier. I don't like the cell missions for the bunker. They're terrible. Almost all of them are garbage. Especially the monster trucks. If you get the monster truck, you might as well log out and log back in and try again, because the monster truck one is absolutely terrible. It is the worst in the game cell mission, I think, of all time. It's as bad, if not worse, than the post-op vans. And they removed those, so the fact that they won't remove the monster trucks either is asinine to me. Bunker is mainly used for research, so that's why it's sort of in the middle for me, because having the Mark II weapons is pretty great. But the fact that they locked it behind this property, I just have had a bad relationship with the bunker, and I almost never use it. I don't like it, so actually I'm going to downgrade it to F, or right around in the middle between D and F. I don't like I don't like its money model, and I don't like the cell missions, and I don't like that they used it to block you from being able to have the Mark II weapons just able to be bought some way else that's not exorbitantly expensive. The hangars. I never used the hangar once. So we're not going to be covering the hangar, because if it takes any bit of maintenance whatsoever, I'm not down. You have to get Rooster, you have to pay Rooster $20K to get a single crate? No, dude. I don't want to spend $800,000 to fill the warehouse. And it takes, I don't know, 2 months for him to do all the work for you. So, really trash. Really garbage. But the hangar is worth it for storing your planes. So if you're really rich and you want to store your planes, that'll bring the hangar up to like A tier, just because of the storage and the fact that you can get your Raiju pretty much anywhere now. That makes it worth it to have the hangar. But as a business, hell no. Fuck that business. Way too much maintenance, way too much risk. I don't like it. Auto shop. Auto shop is a good alternative to the triple business this shit. The reason I'm saying don't even bother with this is because it's just so hard to maintain. Like I don't care. I already have enough money that I don't need these. And the fact that they're full all the time, they're almost always full heat. I just don't care. If I only ever have to clear the heat for one of them to get me the passive, or if they made the passive independent from the heat, then I would love it. I would say it was an S tier business if the passive income wasn't linked to the heat. But because the safe doesn't generate when you have max heat, it sucks. It's the worst in the game. It's F tier. It's way too much maintenance. I don't like it. I don't want to have to do all that. It's way too much work and way too little reward for it. Like, you could be grinding away at it and you could get griefed for trying to deliver the weed. You could get griefed trying to do the car wash. You could get griefed. The only time I haven't gotten griefed is the helicopter tour. I don't think that it's lockable, and I've never once had somebody like spot me during the helicopter tour and do anything to me at all. And I think I tried griefing somebody just because they pissed me off while they were doing a helicopter tour, and I shit you not, like from what I remember in my recollection, I shot the fucking helicopter like 20 times with missiles and it did not die. It was completely invincible. So I was like, I don't know what's going on with this guy, but it's very, and I couldn't lock onto it either, so I had to do manual aim, which made it take even more, and I could not kill him. So I just gave up and I flew away. And then he eventually left after a while, so, but I tried to grief him, it just didn't work. But yeah, fuck the triple business. Don't bother with the hangar. Don't bother with the bunker. Facility, don't bother with the facility unless you want the orbital cannon. Like, that's your only... I don't really think you need the Bogdan. You don't need the Bogdan. Somebody else can run you the Bogdan. You don't have to host the Bogdan. If you're trying to host the Bogdan, I mean, shit, go for it. If you think, I know, I'm going to do the Bogdan, then the facility's probably a B tier. But if you're not planning on playing heists ever, including the Bogdan ever, then this is F tier as well. Do not get this. I think that's everything. And then the clubhouse, you need the clubhouse to get the MC stuff. So the clubhouse, I'll probably put it at like C to B tier. It really depends on how you're running it, but like you pay to be able to then sell to the dealers, and you can pay to keep the drugs full so you can sell in a invite only with your friends, or you can sell in a public for more. But I don't really think selling in a public is worth it, and the reason why is because you're only gonna make 200 to 300K extra on top of whatever you sell for. And I don't think that's worth risking the fact that they could blow up all your product and you'll make nothing and you'll be down 60, 100, 150K filling up your shit. It's just, I don't really like the idea of losing money ever. I'm all about getting money and doing it at low effort. And so they gave you enough that you can do that. But the other stuff is just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable terrible. Like, the facility is garbage. The bunker, I just don't care. The hangar, never. I'm never going to do that. Bail office, no. These three are way too much maintenance. They keep making businesses that cost way too much to maintain and don't give you enough profit that justifies the maintenance. And I don't like that. The nightclub is just unbelievable. The fact that they gave us the nightclub and it works how it does. Like, if they've just copy pasted the nightclub formula 7 times, I would love that. It would be like all the businesses are S tier. So I hope that they take that into consideration making the next game, because as a business owner, I should not be in charge of doing the grunt work ever. I should be investing my current money that I already have into allowing my workers to do the work and then sell. And if you think people are going to want to do more than that, you're tripping. And I also like it because it's way less griefable. But then they think to themselves, no, let's just make the sell missions really hard, because what we want you to do is not make money. We want you to buy the cash cards. Well, then I think that kind of logic is toxic. That makes the next game in a very bad state. You're going to have people not liking GTA 6 online because you've made it so that all the businesses are griefable to the level that they were in this game. Like, it just sucks. And the fact that they only just recently, like, for a huge portion of time, you could not run these businesses unless you were in a public. They wanted you to get griefed. That was their entire business model, was you getting griefed. Because you getting griefed means you have less money, and so you need to buy the cash cards. That's their whole point. That's why when griefing was going down, why do you think they came up with the rocket bike? Like, it was a perfect answer to the not griefing problem, because there was a whole period of time in the game where people were not griefing and they were not blowing up products. And so people were making tons and tons of money, of in-game money, because they weren't getting blown up every 10 minutes. So, like, what can we put in the game that'll fundamentally change the landscape forever so that you're getting griefed all the time? And then let's design the businesses to get griefed as well, so that it's a huge risk for you every time. Because do you want to get in some asshole's car, drive it all the way to the car wash, drive it back only for somebody to blow you up on the way back? Like, do you want to do that? Is that fun to you? No. It sucks. It makes people feel miserable. And trying to be predatory and force players to have to endure shit like that is just retarded, dude. It isn't fun. So the fact that you can do it in private now, I love that. I think it's great for new players. I think it's great for longevity. Only problem is, this game's gonna die soon, so like, who even cares?